Projection is a psychological defense mechanism that people use where they're going to attribute their own feelings, their own behavior, their own thoughts onto somebody else rather than acknowledging any of their flaws, any of their toxic behaviors, any of their feelings. So, for example, someone who is dishonest will accuse you of being dishonest. Someone who is cheating will accuse you of being the cheater. Somebody who is angry will accuse you of being hostile towards them. Narcissistic individuals fear many things, just as we can fear many things, and we can fear the same things. However, a narcissist won't take responsibility for their fears. Instead, they try to control everything and manipulate everyone, and they will often project their deepest fears onto their victims. They will often go all out to manipulate their victims into experiencing the very insecurities and anxieties that the narcissist works so hard to avoid. By doing this, the narcissist gets to maintain control and they get to deflect attention from their own vulnerabilities. So a narcissistic individual often fears rejection, which is why they're constantly seeking those sources of supply, why they go all out to isolate their victims from support, why they manipulate people. Narcissists fear being rejected. People in general can fear that rejection, which is why they can usually work harder to do things right, to be there for someone. However, with a narcissist, they work harder to control and manipulate. They create a dynamic where their victims constantly fear rejection. So they ghost their victims, they fall silent on their victims, they devalue their victims, they gaslight their victims, they withhold the affection, they give those silent treatments. And they usually do it after a period of idolization. And this leaves victims walking on eggshells around the narcissist, desperate to regain the narcissist's approval and fearing rejection from the narcissist. Narcissistic individuals fear exposure, and they will get you acting in ways that are unlike yourself. And to avoid their own fear of being exposed, they will threaten you, they will intimidate you, they will accuse you of being the problem, accuse you of being flawed, claim that no one will believe you because you're the crazy one. They'll accuse you of being dishonest or untrustworthy. They will gaslight and twist reality any way they can to make their victims doubt their own integrity, to make their victims feel like they're the problem, while the narcissist deflects any scrutiny away from their own behaviour. Narcissistic individuals fear losing control. They fear losing that power over others. Therefore, they instill this fear into their victims by micromanaging every aspect of their victims' lives. They isolate them from support systems. They isolate them from friends, family, hobbies, career goals, hopes, dreams, their health. They go all out to create that dependency on the narcissist, so that victims often feel powerless and afraid to make any decision without the narcissist's input, because if they do, that decision will be wrong. The fear of failure. To fail is our first attempt in learning, and it's not a pleasant experience to fail, especially when there are witnesses around. However, narcissistic individuals are terrified of failure. Their ego can't take being seen anything other than perfect. Narcissists project this fear by constantly criticizing their victims' efforts and achievements, so that you just can't ever feel like you're enough. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you never feel like you're enough. They go all out to set those impossible standards, to sabotage your success, to leave victims feeling incompetent and afraid of even trying in the first place. Narcissists fear being alone. That's why they'd rather impress a stranger than deal with anything with their family. They want everyone else to feel like they're the problem and the narcissist isn't the problem. Narcissists dread being alone. That's why they need that constant source of supply. Therefore, they go all out to isolate their victims, to make their victims fear loneliness, even though when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you are going to be lonely. They cut you off from your friends, from your family, from your hopes, from your dreams. They cut you off from your hobbies. They create a sense of abandonment and dependency, ensuring that you feel trapped and alone and that you've only got the narcissist to go to. And then when they've instilled that fear of rejection, fear of exposure, the loss of control, the fear of failure, the fear of being alone, they up and leave you. They abandon you. And they go all out to smear your name to make you look like the problem in the reality that they created. By projecting their fears onto their victims, narcissists go all out to maintain that sense of control and power while avoiding accountability for their own insecurities. Because to a narcissist, it's never their fault, it's always somebody else's. Recognizing their projection is key to breaking free from their control and reclaiming control over your life, over your thoughts, over your feelings, and over your identity. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people that you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. I have Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment, 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain, a Narcissists Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and Behind the Mask, the Rise of a Narcissist, which is the first in a 3-part series. They're all available on Amazon if you'd like to go and check those out. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.